What if I told you that the only thing that is between you and your goals is actually you? I mean, imagine living in a world where there's no limitation and you're actually breaking free from any perceived or real limitation, and you get to conquer again your power so you can drive towards your own success. Nobody else's, yours. And that's exactly what I want to cover today. I want to give you 5 tips on how you can reclaim that power and be on the steering of your own journey, being on the driving seat. Are you ready? Let's go. Let me share what triggered me to do this video this week, because it's something that I see on and on and on, where we put barriers and limitations where probably there should be none. I was mentoring one of my mentees this past week, and she kept getting stuck. I think that's the word, getting stuck in this cycle or this story. She led with, well, I need to work harder because being a woman and this place do not value diversity, and I'm an immigrant, and this so and so got this opportunity because they are part of the majority, and you know where that story went, right? So she kept going, and I had to interrupt her because she kept repeating herself, and she was just getting stuck in this story. And this is the thing, these stories, and I'm not telling you that she was right or she was wrong, they were true or they were not. But when we get stuck in the story, we're not making progress. We're not making progress. We're putting so much of our energy, we're giving the power, our power, away. And I remember I told her, let's bring it back. Let's pretend that there's none of those barriers, none of those people that you were saying they're this or that. There, none of that. You have an empty canvas of doing your best job. Will you do things differently? Will you focus or prioritize different things? Will you lead with your best? I'm not saying work harder. Nobody should be working harder than anybody else. You just focus on yourself, nobody else. Will you do things differently? And she said, well, yeah, of course, but no, but. What if you think that that's the story, but the story is different? Would you lead differently? Would it be easier? Would it be lighter? Would you actually operate at a higher level? And it took her a couple of seconds, but she said, yes. And I say, why not starting leading like that there, that way, now? Not later, now. You cannot control other people. You cannot control anything, but you can control your actions. Forget about that. Imagine that there's no barriers and give your best of the best of you. And I'm telling you, it is very, very powerful, because as long as you get stuck in that story, you're not going to be able to move forward. You're going to get stuck. You need to get unstuck of your story, eliminate barriers, and drive with the best of you. And I'm going to give you 5 different points to consider as you reclaim that power. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny Lopez, and I am here to empower to be your best authentic self, because that's how you can do your best work and unlock your amazing potential. Now, think about these 5 tips or 5 consideration almost in a sequential order. So, the number one is to identify the barriers, okay? Now, some of these are perceived, some of these are real, some of them are not. But just label them. Just put them here on a piece of paper. If they are there, it is what it is, but they should not stop you. You're not transferring your power to the barrier. You're actually know that there may be or may not be there. You are going to be continue to act as if they were not there, because many times we put extra barriers and obstacles where they should be none. I'll give you a personal example. Earlier in my career, I was in the manufacturing and quality world, and my aspiration was to be a site head of a site. A site head is the leader, cross-functional leader of a manufacturing site. Now, at that point, I think maybe there was one female person who had that role in the United States, and then at that point, that person did not have kids, which is fine. But in my mind, at the beginning, I said, oh, maybe that's not for me. I'm a female. And you know what? I haven't seen any Latinas or Latinos having that role here in the United States. So perhaps they don't like Latinos. Again, in my head, that's not the reality. Now I laugh, but at that point, I said, that's what it is. Because again, optics sometimes they transfer a meaning. Believe it or not, we make stories out of that. You know what I mean? And then I will say, and eventually I want to have a family. So I see a lot of people, only males can do that role. Females with kids and families cannot do that role. I could have put that on my head and limit my career. But what I said was like, no, okay, there may be perceived barriers, but I'm going to continue to drive forward towards my goal. That's my goal, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make sure that I'm working towards that goal. I get the mentors, the actions that need to happen, the skills, capabilities, all of that. I'm driving towards that goal. And I made it happen. I made it happen. And perhaps I was the first Latina, I don't know, in the United States in a long while to be a sidehead at that point in the United States. And it's cool. It's very powerful to be first because, again, a lot of people are watching and they perhaps also put a barrier. But then now you're breaking that barrier and breaking the ceiling, maybe that's how you say here in the United States, but showing that it can be done. And now you are creating other people that are aspiring, yeah, to have that role as well. And perhaps they didn't think it was possible for them. So that's why think about the barriers, writing them, act as if they were not there. Don't let them slow you down. Don't give them power. Número dos, you take responsibility. And I mentioned a little bit of that in the previous point, but you take action. And this is the thing, focus on what you can control. The things you cannot control, so be it. But there's many things that you can control. You can take responsibility and take action. And I'm going to give you a little bit of an inspirational or bonus point if you're up for it. If in fact you are working in an environment where the culture or the climate or there are actually very visible obstacles for other people to be themselves and being able to also achieve that goal, you can be part of the change. You can be a change agent and making sure that you're part of that transformation that is going to open opportunities for everybody. Okay. So this is a thing that you can also do, but take responsibility and take action. Number three, set clear goals. Many times we go for big dreams and then we get stuck in the how am I going to do it? How I'm going to figure it out? What are the set the goal. Make sure that you're very clear about the outcome. What's the outcome? And honestly, and this is about everything in life, start with the what's the outcome. And that will help you slowly but surely give you the clarity that you need to craft what is going to be your game plan. But make sure that you have very, very clear goals. Número cuatro is to develop confidence. Now, this is the thing that is really important. You don't get confidence when you get to your goal. You develop confidence as you are working towards your goal. Confidence is gonna help you get to your goal faster. But you don't wait for you to get to the goal to get confidence. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll give you a quick example. And it happened today. We were in the car and we were asking my son about, hey, are you thinking that you want to go for nationals in Taekwondo next year? This year it didn't work out. And he said, I don't know. It depends. And I asked him, what do you mean? Oh, if I have the confidence, then yes, I'll do it. Opportunity to teach. Yes, you don't see if like, if you feel good, you're going to take action when you feel inspired. You're going to take action when you are confident. No, you develop confidence by taking uncomfortable action, by being disciplined in your approach, by doing things when you don't feel like it. That's how you develop confidence. It's like the definition of courage. It's not that things are easy. It's that you develop courage because you take the action in spite of fear, in spite of doubt. That's the same thing. You're going to be developing that confidence, taking that action. That's why I love for to ask people when they have a dream or a goal to have a meaningful why. Why is this so important to you? Why is this going to be important for you and the people around you? What's going to be the impact? And this is going to help you to move forward no matter what. But that's how you build that confidence muscle. And it's not that whenever you get there, you say, that's it, I'm confident. Because life is a journey of growth. So once you get to that goal, I'm sure you're going to celebrate for a hot second. And then there's going to be a new goal. And now you're going to be operating outside of your comfort zone, where now your confidence is going to take another dip, right? So this is the whole thing. Oh, it looks like a dance. The whole journey of confidence is that you build it and then you get to a place and then it's going to go by, but you continue to grow up. But the trend, now I'm getting really nerdy, is that the trajectory is that you're going to continue to go up. But you need to develop that confidence by taking action. And número cinco, nobody does it alone. So make sure that you develop a very good team, a very good tribe, a very good supportive environment. And that can be a competition, a combination of family members or coaches or mentors, whatever that is, but nobody does it alone. When you have other people with you cheering on you, believing on you whenever you don't even believe in yourself, I'm telling you, the journey is faster. It's easier when you try to do it on your own because you want to show that you can do it and I can do it by myself. You're not serving anybody because it's gonna take a toll on you, and it's gonna take you so much longer to get there where you can actually help others and impact and be at your prime. Why? There's no need for you to be, I'm gonna figure out on my own. No, nobody does it alone. Even the people that you see super successful out there, they have a tribe. They have that environment, that group that is supporting you and help you grow. I want to share another quick story about why I am so passionate about this subject. Last year, for the International Women's Day, I was in a panel, and at the end, there was a question that they say, "Would you like everybody to say like a final point?" And the audience was all these young girls. I'm saying girls that were still, I think, in high school, about to think about considering college, and we were talking about STEM careers. And the lady who went before me, she started saying, "Well, you know what? In this world, it's going to be difficult. And you're ladies. And that means that you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to work two times, three times harder than your peers." And I'm looking at her and I just want to like get the microphone out of her hands because perhaps in the past, yes. And is it now? Yes. But why are you putting those seats on this new generation where right now they see more role models, they see more representation, and they're going with everything. But as soon as you like put a little bit of a seed of doubt, they're going to start thinking, oh, well, I'm not good enough and I'm not as good enough. So then I have to work harder. And it's going to limit them. You don't want to limit. That's what I'm saying, perceived or not, real or not, if it's a story or not, imagine that there's no limitation and no barriers and keep moving forward. It is so rewarding on the other side. It is so rewarding on the other side. And that's how I've been able to really craft my journey. There's no like a one size fits all journey. I got to that role that I told you that I wanted to be a side head. And then I went from manufacturing and did a career change. And then I went to the innovation world, in the product development and commercial world. And I was a chief operating officer. And then I thought, okay, this is it. This is my next career. And then I ended up in HR. And that one, I think it was God calling me there. And I figured out a way. I mean, it was new. I've never been in HR, but here I am exercising or leading in a space that it was so impactful. And then again, one day I wanted to become an author. I became an author. I started my own business. There's always a way. And what really helped me, it was thinking about, okay, what can I control? And don't give that energy and power to any perceived or real limitations or barriers or obstacles. I'll figure out a way because I am on the driving seat. Nobody else is. And that, my friend, is the best feeling in the world. I, at some point in my career, and I'm trying to look here, imagine that this is like a game. And let me see what else I have. A lipstick. And I felt that I was in a board game and other people were moving me like a little chip. Now go here. Now you go here. And now you go here. And now you go here. Oh, I will not allow you to go there. You go back. Why? Why? Nobody else is driving my journey. I am. And when I realized that, I feel free. And this is the feeling that I wish for you. Be on the driving seat. Don't give that power away. Now let's summarize everything. Number one, identify those barriers. Remember, you don't want to give them power. You're going to write them down, perceive or not. You cannot control that. Number two, take responsibility. That you can control your actions. Number three, what are your goals? Make sure that they're clear because that's going to be your compass. Number four, you're going to develop that confidence and you do it by what? Taking action. And number five, find that supporting environment, your tribe. Now, this is my personal challenge to you. Start reflecting in what aspect of your life do you feel that you're not in control? Do you feel that somebody else has the power? Somebody or something else, right? It could be that you are putting that power in a circumstance or a perceived barrier, or you think somebody has control of you. What is that? Think about the different aspects of your life. Is that in your personal life or professional or business? Whatever that is, think about what is that and apply these five concepts. Apply these five concepts. And I will be here. I would love for you to share with me what was the change, what was the transformation, what were you able to accomplish. Did this help you unstuck from that story and take control so you're in the driving seat right now? All right. If this helped you, inspire you, or even gave you one learning nugget, make sure that you continue to come here and subscribe and let me know how I can help you. This is the reason I created this channel, to be here for you. And remember to always lead by being your best authentic self. That's whenever you can do your best work, you can have your best impact, and you can also be a role model for others who are watching. All right, I'll see you on the next video.